Yo. Yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. It's time for another edition of Video Gaming News. And some V-Rising. Hope everybody had a great Monday. Happy Tuesday. And, I don't know, man. I guess let's hop to it, man. Let's hop to it. We got news for today, June 6th, video gaming news, and then we'll play a little bit of V-Rising. Again, it won't be as long of a stream day today as we normally do, just because I've got family in town. And I'll be taking some extra time to spend with them, so we'll probably go towards like around lunchtime, maybe midday, you know, and then I'll call it. Cool. But we'll get a good amount. It'll be like probably around a 6-hour stream, something like that. So, not again as long as we normally do, but hopefully everybody understands. Cool. Let's dive in here, man. Let's see what we got. See what we got, baby. First and foremost, this is what we're listening to this morning. Subnautica jams. The Subnautica vibes, man. Very cool. Survival base building, mostly aquatic, underwater kind of survival game. And definitely worth a check out if you like survival base building games and stuff. And the soundtrack's pretty cool too. So check it out. Cool. Go ahead and kill that music. Yay, Mithril, what up, dude? What's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? And let's hop into the news, man. See what we got. How's your day been, dude? How was your day? Let's see what we got here. Oh, that Java, baby. Oh, I love it. Buy one, get one free sale going on at GameStop. They do this every once in a while, but we'll see if it's new games or used titles here. Sometimes it varies for them, so we'll see what's going on. Cool. Apple announces game mode in macOS Sonoma. We'll take a peek at that. And it looks like Death Stranding is hitting macOS as well, guys. I'm not going to dive into that, but that's about what you need to know. It's heading that way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Diablo 4 has 2 expansions cooking already. I'll pull this up. This is something interesting, you know. I think that a lot of people have gone. A lot of what I've heard, people have been okay with the fact they have a microtransaction shop in Diablo 4 because there's no pay to win. It's just cosmetics and everything. They're like, it's a live service game. They need the, you know, if it's going to have longevity, they need a way to earn revenue and stuff. Yeah, okay. I'll buy into that, you know. I'll buy into that a little bit. It's a full price AAA game on release. Then they've got in-game microtransactions too. And then what they're going to want people to pay full price for expansions also, you know, or in-game content. I don't know. It's starting to seem more and more Blizzard, you know what I mean? Starting to seem more and more Blizzard. Oh, yo, RoboCop Rogue City gameplay released online. Let's take a look at that. SF6 has reached 1 million players in 3 days. Yeah, that's not real surprising there. We will go over the schedule at the end of the news segment this morning, like we've been doing. Make sure we've got all of the major developer and publisher showcases popping off on our schedule to be able to watch here live, okay? Sony collaborating with Fnatic for its in-zone gaming gear development. Okay. Yeah, D4 is finally officially live today. Today is the official release. People have been playing it for roughly 5 days already with the early access of it. But for a lot of people that didn't buy into that early access version, then today's the day, huh? So we'll start seeing a lot of user reviews hit between, especially tomorrow, which I won't be live for tomorrow. So by Thursday, we'll really start taking a dive into what user reviews are saying compared to what all the critic reviews have been that we've already seen, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Current and future Kojima productions are coming to Apple platforms. Where you just read where Death Stranding's hitting Mac OS. So cool. A lot of games are. A lot of games are hitting Mac. It's about time. Ooh, D4 servers finally start to buckle under the launch strain. Put that with the D4 stuff. Steam permanently delists a very positive game. We'll see what that is. Let's look at our other search here. Barrett, what up, my dude? What's going on, man? How are you, buddy? Oof. Good, man. I'm good. Yeah, feeling good, man. Is your are your headaches kind of done, dude? For now, are you feeling better? Yo, did you see that that article I tagged you in Discord the other day about the 8-bit do conversion for the 64 controller stuff? Right now, good, dude. It's just it's they're never totally gone. I know, dude. I know, but I'm glad you're feeling better. I forgot to ask that yesterday. Ooh, FTC will require Microsoft to pay 20 million over what? Charges illegally collected personal information from children without their parents' consent. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. It's not a super long article. It's basically what it's like. It's like a mod pack, dude, that allows people to basically convert 64 controllers. I'm pretty sure it even, like TLDR, dude, it turns a 64 controller into an 8-bit do controller. Makes it wireless and even adds in a new, more modern joystick and everything. That because those 64 controller joysticks were actual terrible, terrible joysticks, man. I'm pretty sure that it includes all that, and it's like 40 or 50 bucks. You can convert any old Nintendo 64 controller into an 8-bit Do controller. Pretty wild, pretty cool. I actually hated 64 controllers, dude. I thought they were terribly designed. Yours were all fine. I never had 64 controllers, dude. I never had a 64, bro. Everybody, all of my friends that had them, though, dude, their joysticks were all jacked and had like drift real bad in them and stuff. All the ones I ever played on, the stick drift on them was terrible, dude. For real? Wow. I don't know, man. Well, that's good. I'm pretty sure they even note in the that article how bad people consider those joysticks to be. No, right on. Okay. All the ones I ever played on, man, were wonky, dude. I'm glad your guys stayed nice. That's cool. I hated the design of those controllers, anyways, but it seems like a cool conversion thing for the 64 controllers. I wouldn't personally, if I had like original controllers, 64 controllers, I probably wouldn't convert them over. But some people might want to do that, you know. Yeah, Mithril, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. All the 64 controllers that I ever played on, I had a lot of friends that had 64s and stuff. I never had one. But dude, the joystick was just wobbly. There was no tension in them at all. They were just wobbly and just there was stick drift everywhere because the joystick was just there was no tension in it. It was just like a wobbly little joystick, dude. It was really weird. I don't know. And to be fair, I take care of my stuff. I know. So Ferret said I'm hard on controllers. I take care of my equipment. I think what Ferret means is like so. I know I grip stuff very very tightly. So but I'm not like an equipment slammer. I don't freak out and like slam my equipment around. I take care of my equipment. So I'm not one of those people that like trips out and Ferret knows that. And I want everybody that might see this or whatever to understand that too. I take care of my stuff. But I've had issues with controllers like my Xbox core controllers. My bumper button breaks all the time on those controllers, and it's probably because I'm very heavy handed. I think is what Ferret's getting at there, and I think I am just very heavy handed with stuff. But I take care of my stuff. I don't slam it around. I'm very gentle with it. You know what I mean? As gentle as I feel like I can be. But I don't slam stuff around. I have dedicated locations where all my stuff goes. I take care of my stuff. I care about my equipment. So it's not a matter of like not taking care of it. I'm just heavy handed, I think, is what it comes down to. Yo, Constantine, what a name, dude. Yeah, bro, I've replaced like 4 or 5 of them already. And it's always like that little piece inside breaks off. So I'm just probably heavy, dude. I'm a big old heavy-handed person, I guess, man. It's good. I guess that's what it's got to be. I don't know. I got to. Yo, I'm good, Constantine. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's going on? I've never had to replace the trigger buttons either. Just the shoulder, just the bumper buttons, dude. Next week, gonna be 23 word. Yo, GG's. That's awesome. Cool, cool. Happy early birthday. Sick. Nice. That's awesome. Just keep going here and see what we can find real quick. Welcome in, my friend. Glad you found the channel. Happy Tuesday. We're doing video gaming news segment right now, and then we're going to dive in and play some V Rising here in a little bit. Oh, Steam giveaway makes 2017 game free to download. I think that hit our Discord last night, but I'll make sure everybody knows. You know, I do this about every news segment. Make sure everybody knows what free content games they can get right now, and we'll touch on that also. Okay. Yeah, we've already talked about this too, because the UK regulatory committee is already blocked the acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft once. It's been appealed by Microsoft at this point. They're set for a rehearing at the end of July, so we're about a month away, month and a half away. The end of July, there's about a week and a half, 2 week period where this retrial or this rehearing is supposed to take place. But basically, we know that Microsoft's prepared to pull out of the UK market along with Activision Blizzard to get the deal done if the UK doesn't approve it. Basically throwing an ultimatum out there for the UK is like, well, you know, if you don't want to approve it, we'll just, you know, find other ways to get this done. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've talked about this too. I find it absolutely ridiculous how many people had an issue with this, and I've talked about it. I've got two or three segments of clips from video gaming news segments where we've touched on this, and I've talked about it. They're out there on the YouTube channel if you want to take a look at my sentiments about it, where I find it terrible that so many people have such a huge issue with the fact that you have the potential in playing Burning Shores DLC with Alloy potentially being able to engage in a same-sex relationship. I find it ridiculous that so many people had an issue with that. But if you want my full take on it, those videos are on the YouTube channel. Some news might not good. What news is that, Constantine? Let me know. Let me know. Capcom. Did we already have Capcom in our schedule? Hold on, let's see. I don't think we did. Are you? It seems like you're talking like world news stuff, not just like video gaming news stuff, but still like drafted guarding certain area, not Ukraine. I don't know if I'm necessarily totally picking up what you're throwing down there, Constantine. Um, Oh, you're not in Ukraine? Is that where you're from, though? Is that where you're from? Are you Ukrainian? Oh, you're not Ukrainian. Okay, okay, okay. Just guarding an outpost in the middle of nowhere, huh? Yo. Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, 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 it's fine. No, you do good. You're doing good. You're doing good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's okay. We have members from all over the world that are part of this community. And to be fair, I only speak English. So I have the utmost respect for anybody that speaks more than one language. I think that's amazing. So you're doing very good. You're doing very good, and you just keep at it. That's great. That's great. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, what I'll say is, we wish you the best to stay safe. We have a number of people in this community that are former, military members of various different countries and stuff like that. So, there's some relatable experience there within people of this community to yourself, and so think, what I would say is just war is terrible. And if, as far as I'm concerned, war's terrible. And perfect world, we wouldn't have to deal with it. And all I'd say is, I hope that whatever situation you're currently dealing with, and you know, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll look into it again. This is video. This is for video gaming news, so I'm not gonna get into off topic here for what we do. It's not that that's not important to me, but this is supposed to be about video gaming news, and I don't like to get too far off topic because then I'll get way too far into something that keeps me from getting into our major content for the day, you know? Well, it's been a long time since you played games. What kind of games do you like? What kind of games do you play, Constantine? What I will say is that I hope that you stay safe, buddy. I hope that you stay safe. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'll look into that stuff. Yeah, I'll look into that stuff for sure. Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay, yeah, you like the FPS games and stuff. Yeah, cool, man. Right on. Let's see here. Let's pull this up. I don't think we have Capcom in here. No, we don't have Capcom in here yet. And we'll look at this at the end of the stream. This is our schedule for the showcases popping off this week and next week. But let's see this real quick. Capcom Showcase. June 12th at 1 o'clock p.m. for us. No, 5. 5. 5. Math is hard. Capcom the 12th at 5. Oh, okay. Right on, Constantine. All right, buddy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, you stay safe, okay? Yo, welcome in. Yeah. Thanks for the follow. And we appreciate you being here and being a part of what we do, man. So just stay safe, and hopefully we'll be able to see you around again, okay? 12th, so we say 5. I think that's right. So that changes that. We'll have that's going to be a weird day now. We'll do the news, we'll do some gaming, we'll stop for lunch and watch Ubisoft, and then we'll get back into some gaming, and then we'll end the day with Capcom. Yeah, that's the play right now on that. That should have been 1700, not 5. There you go. There we go. That sucks. It sucks. You can't get your family used to the 24-hour time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, luckily, dude. So, there's a lot of the world that actually is good with that time, like the 24-hour time. You know what I mean? Um, and like here in the US, most people don't deal with it. Most people go on like the 12-hour time scheme, right? So you go 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock, right? So it's a weird thing for people to get used to whenever you don't grow up with that, right? And so um, we don't really deal with it much here in my family either, but my wife is familiar with it, so we don't have an issue if we need to deal with it, and so it's easy for us to like help our kids understand that too. And so at least I've got that going. Like my wife knows it and I know it, and so it's easier for us to both, kind of impart that knowledge onto the kids of the 24-hour time system. But um it's a weird thing at first for a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. It sucks to hear somebody just have a really hard time using it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can understand that too. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? um, it sucks hearing somebody like Constantine have to talk about, all of us love games so much. We play games all the time. It's still one of those things we take for granted. I think sometimes, you hear somebody come in and talk about how long it's been potentially since they got to play games. That feels really bad, dude. Oh, are they ferret? Cool. Yeah, one second, guys. All right, my bad. Yeah, it feels bad, dude, doesn't it? I mean, it's just one of those things. We we get so used to taking so much stuff for granted. Whether it be like um, air conditioning, not that everybody has it, but those niceties we have, that so many of us have, anyways. AC, like central heat and air, or electricity, or internet or whatever. Gabs, what up, yo, what up, Gabs, what up, Gabs, yo, I got you, homie, I got you.
Now that we're friends, is it okay if
There
I
we go.
pet you?
Aren't they glad? Did they not pop off? Did they not pop
Thanks,
off?
dude.
Hold on.
OutsiderAntics gifted a tier 1 sub to Gabs _Nick
No, but I
_G.
appreciate what you did yesterday. I didn't realize you didn't have a sub, so I wanted to hook you up. They didn't pop off? What's going on, man? Hold on. Let me try it again. I'll give you your points back 1 second. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It's really good. It's a really good little video you made too. Yeah, they're not working, dude. Weird. Weird. 1 second. Yeah, that video was great, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you broke it, Gabs. God dang it. Hold on. Okay. My video was sick, dude. My video was sick. Let me check some stuff real quick. That's the first time I haven't had these work. 1 second. But yeah, I noticed yesterday after you bounced, I was like, dude, she didn't even have a sub. She built that and everything. Like, I needed to give you a sub when you got back. Okay, let me try this out now. Not popping off. I wonder what's going on there. That's weird. I think my app might be bugged out a little bit. That's not good. We'll get back to the news. I might just have to deal with it after the news. That sucks. Welp. Dude, isn't that ridiculous? Yeah, I know, bro. I was like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, that was good. Let's see here. I might have these not work. Yeah, so the actual like the camera filter stuff's working, but it's not popping off between as a channel reward. Even testing them's not working. I'm gonna turn them off for a second. That way, and I'll give the redemptions back. I'll turn them off for a second. I'll try to get it working between news and starting gaming up, but I might have to let me try one thing. Yeah, okay. We'll get it figured out. I'm gonna turn them off for now. That way nobody else redeems. Oh no, you're good. No. Sometimes these apps they'll break a little bit because there's so many connections that have to happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll just break a little bit. It's not a big deal. We'll get it figured out. Let's see. I'm gonna turn them off real quick and then we'll get back into the news. Okay. Yerp. I need to get these set up in groups, man. That way it's easier to deal with this if these kinds of things happen. That was like one of my next things I needed to work on too. We've got so many redemptions now that I need to get them grouped. All right, that should be good for now. That'll be good for now. All right, let me get your points back. Gabs, what's up? How's your day going? Happy Tuesday, yo. What's going on? Doobie-dee-doop, doop doop doop. Which one was it? What was it? The glasses? I think it was the glasses, right? Yeah, there we go. All right, you should have your points back, Gabs. You should have your points back. Exam tomorrow, still pretty behind. Yeah. Eating lasagna from yesterday, stuff hits better on day 2. Yo, I agree with that. Yeah. Dude, I ate so much food last night. So much food. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got it back. Yeah. I don't like for people to just lose out on points. So, yeah, you should be good. You should be good. I think that was the only redemption we had, right? I think so. If anybody else tried to redeem and it didn't pop off, let me know. But we'll get back to it. I need to move my flipping camera back up, too. I forgot that I had my camera down there. Let's do that for now. Oh. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Dude, I ate last night. I almost took a picture of it, too. I ate a salad, a plate full of salad. And it had fried chicken chunk, like, cut up all over it with blue cheese crumbles and a little bit of blue cheese dressing. And what else was on that, dude? A few other things on that salad, dude. And then I had a sandwich too. Pumpernickel bread with some mild cheddar and some just like rotisserie chicken kind of cutlets with mayo. It was a banger of a sandwich, dude, and a dinner. It was so good. So this there's a fried chicken restaurant from back home, and it's not really very. It's not like a really. There are a few different ones down there where we're from, but it's never been a big chained restaurant. And dude, I love their fried chicken. And my parents came to visit, and they brought me some. They brought me some in like they bought some before they left, right before they left home, and they put it in like a cooler and kept it all cool and brought it up to me. So I've been eating it on salads and stuff. So I was like, I'm eating a salad, but I'm like loading it up with like fried chicken. It's so good. You know. Yeah, parents for the win, dude. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Yo, have you guys ever seen the show Blue Mountain State? You ever seen the show Blue Mountain State? Yo, this is the same thing. This is the same thing I've been saying. Jeff Keighley says E3 sort of killed itself. That's the same thing I've been saying, dude. Yeah. See, look, man, I'm not wearing a man bun. Look at this. That's not a man bun, dude. A man bun sits like up here, bro. And it's all knotted up. Just got a ponytail, man. Yes. Don't be putting that man bun on me. Don't be putting that man bun juju on me. I still got to do the pigtails for you, though, I guess. Fair. You're trying to troll me out, dude. Oh, for real, Gabs? That's cool. Nice. Wait, what? What is this? Major gameplay improvement. Is this the one we just hit on? Yeah, we just hit on this. There's actually a link to that in the main channel. I tagged our buddy Kayla in it just recently because Kayla's been playing Hogwarts, but they did just come out with an update that was supposed to improve some stuff. So if you're interested, the link to the article we already read is actually in the Discord in the main channel if you want to find it. Let's stick with this. We'll stick with this. Apple's new AR headset. Is it not like their VR stuff? Are you talking about like the $3,000 one or whatever, dude? It's the AR VR stuff, or is it something totally different than their VR stuff? So close to buying Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, we already hit on it. Fair. Yeah, we hit on it. Yeah, 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 dude. $3,000. Yeah. $3,000 for a VR headset that won't work with anything else besides Apple. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. Where's Mithril at? Mithril. Mithril will be like, Mithril, it'll prop open a window pretty well, though, right? Mithril will be like, dude, I can't handle this anymore. I'm out of here. Yeah, dude, we hit on it, man, probably a few weeks ago, actually. Yeah, in the news. Doesn't work with anything besides Apple. It doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're the only company that does that, right? But I agree, it's gross, dude. Their own version of PlayStation or Xbox, they've been trying to develop their own console for a while now. Actually, they like poached some developers out of like Xbox and maybe even PlayStation. I know Xbox for sure. They've been trying to create their own console for a while now. Actually, that's a known thing. Um, a decent gaming PC, dude. I would say that's more than a decent gaming PC. I mean, I didn't even spend like 2K building this thing back in the beginning of 2021 when prices were way jacked up, and this is a pretty decent rig. So I mean, 3K for a PC, dude. That's a that's a banging PC rig, dude. Yes, super decent. Yeah, I would say super decent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Way too loyal to your old PC4 or a PS4. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah. Um, I mean, look, I mean, I'll stand by this. I'm not. I'm so grossed out by most console stuff anymore. And we read an awesome article. Was it yesterday or the day before? That really captured a lot of my own sentiments about why I personally feel like PC is the better place to game nowadays. It's just not near as scummy as the console side of things. We still have consoles too, but I don't I don't game on console very often anymore. I still have old consoles that I game on occasionally, and the kids will game on. And my kids still do a lot of Switch play and stuff like that, but um I'm just fed up with the console side of things. It's really gross to me, and so I've really moved away from it. In my opinion, I mean, nobody's going to be able to do better for themselves. It's always going to be a higher entry point for PC than a console initially, but it balances out. It ends up balancing out. It really does, and especially considering like how much free games, you know what I mean? The amount of free games you can get, not having to deal with rebuying games ever, so you don't have to worry about the backwards compatibility side of things. Like this PC's just so nice, dude. It's so nice. Yeah, and I understand that, and that's where the console market gets people too, though. It's like, and I get that, and I'm not gonna bag on anybody for, you know, because gaming's supposed to be about having fun, and I'm not gonna tell anybody that they're wrong for having fun gaming on whatever they're gaming on, right? So that's not my place. What I try to do is advise people and educate people on what companies are doing that to try and maybe open people's eyes is more what I'm trying to get to the point of doing is get people aware of what these industry leaders are doing, and a lot of it's very, very scummy. That's more what I'm concerned about. I'm not trying to sway people into one side or the other necessarily. I'm just trying to open people's eyes to the things that I've seen over the years, because I've played traditionally on all platforms, PC, all consoles, stuff like that, and that's really what I'm aimed at doing. But gaming's about having fun. I want people to have fun, but I also want them to understand where they might be getting a bit railroaded. Yeah, 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 and I get that too. And that's the thing about consoles. Consoles are very plug and play. They're real easy, and for people that are maybe more casual about things specifically, and they're not big techies like some of the rest of us are, and they don't have the want or the time needed to dive into the PC side, because you need to have a little bit of technical know-how for the PC side of things quite often, more than you would on the console side. They just don't, a lot of people want that the ease of access for what console gives as a plug and play platform, whatever, whether it be PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox or whatever. But that's also, they know they have people locked into that, and that's where they take advantage of people too. There you go. Hey, it works, man. If you're having fun, you're having fun. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. So we got the Capcom stuff. That's awesome. I'm sorry that the face filter stuff's not popping off. That's weird. Dude, I love me some Minesweeper, Doug. Don't get me started. I'll flip and play Minesweeper for hours on end. What's funny, dude? I was in this really, really it was a really heavy course, dude. I was in a really heavy course for work, and it was all it was a bunch of network stuff. It was like network defense and things like that, and it was pretty heavy stuff, dude. And what we would do is the entire class, and dude, I'm talking, this was back in the later 20 teens, dude. The later 20 teens, in the entire class, we all started getting hooked on playing Minesweeper again, and on breaks and everything. Somebody had started playing it, and then we all picked it back up, and we were all playing Minesweeper again. On breaks and stuff. And we'd be hanging out together playing Minesweeper and see who could get furthest and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wait, what? You never heard of Minesweeper? Minesweeper's not hard. It's not hard to understand once you know how it works, but what's hard is when you ramp up the difficulty and then it gets to a point where you have to make guesses. There's a point of the difficulty where it ramps up to where it's not all just logic, and you have to make educated guesses and stuff, and that's where it starts getting a little bit wonky. Yeah, it gets a little bit wild. So there's a little bit of luck involved once you ramp up the difficulty on it quite a bit. Yeah, but it's really fun. Yeah. What was the Space Cadet pinball, bro? God dang, dude. Jesus. Yeah. So we got the Capcom stuff popping off on the 12th too. That's cool. So that's what we found right here. We'll watch that as well. Wait, look, man, I'm not gonna. There's things that we know we'll see out of these certain developers. Look, we already saw, right? So there are things that you can always expect out of certain developers, like with Capcom, right? There'll probably be some Resident Evil stuff. There will probably be some Monster Hunter stuff, right? We know there's going to be Exoprimal. Because that's their new game that's coming out in July. We know we'll get some of that. Dragon's Dogma 2, we'll probably see some Dragon's Dogma 2. But what will we see that we didn't know? That's the big question, right? And we'll find out soon enough. Steam giveaway makes hit 2017 game free to download and keep forever. Again, I mean, this is one of those things about the difference between PC and console also, I was kind of hitting on this a little bit before. You don't get free games on console like you do on PC, man. It's insane. I mean, just my Epic account alone, I've got 230 to 240 games right now with some really banger games on there, man. And I've only paid for a few of them. The rest have been free. That's just not something you get on the console side of things, man. You just don't get that. And that's only on my Epic account. That's not including the free games I've gotten on Steam over the years, and GOG and Prime Gaming, and which Prime Gaming's not totally free. You're paying for a subscription there and stuff, but I'm all for monthly free games via services like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass. Proper free games with no strings attached are the one, aren't they? That's why it's always great to see a stone cold banger find its way onto Steam for the low price of nothing at all. Just last week, we spotted one of 2020's best games that was going for free on Steam. Now, a hugely underrated and underappreciated 2017 gem is 100% off on Valve's digital platform. Turn-based tactical hit, Field of Glory 2. Yep, this just hit last night in our Discord. Our bot found this and threw it in the Gamers Dill channel, okay? It's currently completely free to download and keep with no strings attached as long as you head over to the Steam page and claim it before June 8th. If you've never heard of it, it's free, so what do you have to lose? Exactly. Set during the rise of Rome, 280 BC to 25 BC, Field of Glory 2 lets players wage battles big and small for or against Rome. You can even indulge in what-if battles between nations that never actually came into conflict historically, but might have done if the course of history had been different. Sounds like fun. It's currently rocking a very positive rating on Steam, with players praising its wealth of content, ease to learn mechanics, and old school tabletop inspirations. A very honest turn-based old school war game. One user review reads, better suited to those who have a feeling for ancient history and would like to see the interaction of the units they read about in game. Cool. What is this one? Another one? Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. So, let's pull this up real quick, and I'll link the Steam page for you, okay? Field of Glory 2, man. There you go. So, as you can see on the Steam page, what it'll do, so it's usually $30, man. And it's got 88% positive. So, we'll watch the video real quick. Check it out. I'm considering buying PS Plus. Just don't play that often because schools. Yeah, I mean that's one of those other things that I talk about a lot with subscription services. Like, is what you're paying for, because the subscription services tend to be a pretty good deal. But if you're not getting enough game time out of what you're paying for it, then it doesn't make sense, you know? So if you're paying for it, but you're hardly ever playing games off of it, it just doesn't make sense. It'd be the same thing as any kind of other subscription service, like Netflix. If you're paying for Netflix each month, but you're not watching hardly any Netflix ever, what's the point? Same thing with a gaming subscription service, right? Now, if you're playing games at a decent rate, and you're getting to play a number of games each month off of that subscription service, that makes sense. They're a pretty good deal, most of them, especially like, Game Pass, PS Plus and stuff. But if not, you got to kind of weigh that. Are you getting enough bang for your buck out of it? If not, then what's the point? Yeah. So you're right. Yeah. Field of Glory 2, free, guys. It's for free. Check it out. So it's on sale right now too. All the DLC. There's a bunch of DLC. This is probably what they're trying to get people to buy into the DLC stuff too, more than likely. Ferret actually got the game. Look, Ferret's got it. Sick, dude. Field of Glory 2. All you have to do is come down into this area and go add to account, and boom, it's yours. Okay. So, I'll link it now. It's got an 84 on Metacritic. That's pretty solid, dude. That's a. Wait, what? Dude, what happened? There you go. There you go. There it is. So, scroll up. Oh, look who else has it. Yo, Mithril has it too. Usually stink at that style of game too. Only one way to get better, man. Right? Mithril, that's funny, dude. Yo, that's a pretty solid game for faux free though, you know what I mean? So there it is. There it is. Okay, yeah, Gabs. Yeah. Yo, thanks again for yesterday. Appreciate it. All right, let's get back in it. Well, on the realm of free games and everything, look, you've got roughly a day and a half left for Midnight Ghost Hunt. Okay. And then we'll get, well, no, it's just over 2 days. Just over 2 days for the, excuse me. Just over 2 days left before we find out what the next mystery game will be for the Epic Game Store, okay? Was there anything else? I don't know that we had anything else pop up in Discord. Oh, yes, dude. Yes, we did. Yo, check this out, guys. We got a GOG game that's free as well. Did you guys see this already? Right here. Amnesia, a machine for pigs, on their storefront is free for the next roughly 66 and a half hours. So Amnesia game, a machine for pigs, free on GOG, guys. Boom. Cool. So that's another game. I thought we had another one that went free. So on GOG as well, there you go, Amnesia. It's on our Discord page, actually. And here, I can actually give you the link to this page for it. So you can actually go to this page, log into your account, and grab the game for free, okay? I'll link this in chat. There you go. I hate that the GOG app doesn't give you the option to link through it. It drives me crazy, dude. But there you go. Free games, guys. Free games. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, we're good there. Let's see here. Steam permanently delists a very positive game. The title in question is Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People Season 1. On Strong Bad's Steam page, developer Telltale Games revealed that it has lost the IP rights, preventing new sales, though existing owners will still be able to download all the episodes. Unfortunately, we can no longer support Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People. We no longer have the rights to sell the IP, so we can no longer sell or support the game series. Statement from Telltale reads, so whether you've had a dance party with the cheat or you poked fun at Homestar Runner, you can still download all your episodes from the PC digital storefronts where you bought the game. This kind of thing is all too common when it comes to licensed games. The reality is that licensing deals don't last forever, and eventually these games end up delisted as they expire. As a result, some games can be lost to time. We've seen some seemingly lost licensed games given a second chance at life, as was the case with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, but whether that will end up being the case for Strong Bad remains to be seen. Unfortunately, it does not seem that potential buyers were given advanced warning that Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People Season 1 would no longer be offered. The game is simply gone now, so fans interested in playing it are out of luck. The game was released back in 2008, so hopefully those interested in the game took advantage while it was available. Yeah, it feels bad that we don't find out about that stuff till it's too late, you know? Seems bad. Seems bad, man. Excuse me. So the FTC is going to require Microsoft to pay $20 million over charges. It illegally collected personal information from children without their parents' consent. We've already kind of hit on this a little bit, but proposed order will require Microsoft to bolster protections for children, makes clear that avatars and biometric and health data are protected under COPPA. So basically, this $20 million is being settled with the FTC due to the COPPA, which is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, saying that Microsoft violated it by collecting personal information from children who signed up to its Xbox gaming system without notifying their parents or obtaining their parents' consent, and by illegally retaining children's personal information. Sounds predatory, doesn't it? Our proposed order makes it easier for parents to protect their children's privacy on Xbox, limits what information Microsoft can collect and retain about kids, said Samuel Levine, director of the FTC's Bureau of Consumer Protection. Yeah, I know, Mithril. Yeah, I know. This action should also make it abundantly clear that kids' avatars, biometric data, and health information are not exempt from COPPA. Yeah, I mean, it's like kids do this stuff all the time, dude. They just hop, you know what I mean? Go in and just create accounts and you know, on whatever they want, yeah. Act like they're old enough or whatever. I don't know though. I don't know how much of this is like so as part of the proposed order filed by the Department of Justice on behalf of the FTC, Microsoft will be required to take several steps to bolster privacy protections for child users of its Xbox systems. For example, the order will extend COPPA protections to third-party gaming publishers with whom Microsoft shares children's data. In addition, the order makes clear that avatars generated from a child's image and biometric and health information are covered by COPPA rule when collected with other personal data. Order must be approved by a federal court before it can go into effect. Yeah, exactly. Fair. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing to deal with, you know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so here's where we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of this, I think, and that's what I think we all understand that like that's the case, right? Kids are crafty and they're sneaky. If they really want something, they're gonna find a way to get it done, right? And this has been a thing forever. Like companies always go, look, this is rated T for teen, so you need to be 13 or above, and most or it's rated mature, you need to be this old, you know, to view this content. So what do? You put in a birth date. It's like, dude, that's not a hard thing to circumvent. You know what I mean? All you got to be able to do is a little bit of math there, yeah. So people have been doing that. Kids have been doing that forever. But what this comes down to, I think, is going to be stated right here. Microsoft's Xbox gaming products allow users to play and chat with other players through its Xbox Live service. And most gaming accounts require somebody to be 12 to 13 years old to actually have an account on their platform personally, right? Without any parental consent or anything like that. To access and play games on an Xbox console or use any of the other Xbox Live features, users must create an account, which requires users to provide personal information, including their first and last name, email address, and their birth date. Even when a user indicated that they were under 13, they were also asked until late 2021 to provide additional personal information, including phone number, and to agree to Microsoft's service agreement and advertising policy, which until 2019 included a pre-check box allowing Microsoft to send promotional messages and to share user data with advertisers, according to the complaint. It wasn't until after users provided this personal information that Microsoft required anyone who indicated they were under 13 to involve their parent. Child's parent then had to complete the account creation process before the child could get their own account. According to the complaint, from 2015 to 2020, Microsoft retained the data, sometimes for years, that it collected from children during the account creation process, even when a parent failed to complete the process. Interesting. COPPA prohibits retaining personal information about children for longer than is reasonably necessary to fulfill the purpose for which it was collected. After a child makes an account, they can create a profile that would include their gamer tag, which is the primary identifier visible to the user and other Xbox Live users, and can also upload a picture or include an avatar, which is a figure or image that represents the user. According to the complaint, Microsoft combined this information with a unique persistent identifier it creates for each account holder, even children, and could share this information with third-party game and app developers. Microsoft allowed by default all users, including children, to play third-party games and apps while using Xbox Live, requiring parents to take additional steps to opt out if they don't want their children to access them. Yeah. That's where I think it gets weird and you know, appropriate that they're getting fined here. Yeah. Because, I mean, there are laws about you're not supposed to be doing that stuff, and they violated it, right? So, according to the complaint, Microsoft failed to fully comply with COPPA's notice provisions. For example, they failed to disclose to parents all the information it collected, such as a child's profile picture. So not only, you know, are they like collecting birth dates and storing that information for longer than they needed to, but some of these profile pictures, which look, I'm sorry, but anybody that knows anything about protecting privacy and personal information and stuff, look, I'm never ever have I let my kids create an account for themselves, even if I needed to be involved in approving it and stuff like that. Have I let my kids take a picture of themselves and use that as their avatar? That's just a standard no-no, dude. Because there's too many predators online that are going to try and act like they're also a child and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, no real life pics, dude. I mean, if you're an adult and you want to do that, whatever, you know what I mean? But for kids, dude, do not let them use their own picture for their profile. All right? That is a huge, huge no-no, dude. You don't do that. There are too many predators out there in the world, dude, that are looking to prey on children, man. And it happens much more than I think a lot of people understand it happens. It's disgusting. It's terrible. Use OA's pick for their profile, and you will have no issues. You will never have anybody trying to come at your kids, dude. Well, yeah, no doubt. It's basically the same thing as just having a big picture of a big pile of poop. You know what I mean? It works. It just works. So yeah, I mean, this is a bit sketch, yeah. And I was hoping they would get into the finer details here of yo Peter, what up, man? What's going on, brother? So that's basically what went down. There's a little bit left that I didn't read, but I don't think it's necessary, so we'll move on. You know, Peter, what's up, man? What an what an idea. Yeah. All right, dude. Looks like GameStop's got a buy one get one free sale going on right now. So buy one get one free promotion as part of GameStop's Pro Week, which is exclusive to PowerUp Rewards Pro members. So you got to be a Pro member to get it. So right now they're running a promotion from now until June 10th. So about 4 more days. As its Pro Week event is giving members a chance to cash in on a buy one, get one free deal on a wide assortment of new games. You'll need to be a Pro member to check out the savings, but since the cost is jumping from $15 a year to $25 a year on June 27th, now is a great time to sign up while it's still available at the lower annual price than what it's about to become. Taking advantage of the buy one, get one free sale now will cover the cost of the membership. But if you don't take advantage of another sale or get anything else out of the membership over the next year, it's really not going to benefit you, right? Or pay off. Once you signed up for the PowerUp Rewards program, you'll be able to check out the buy one, get one free deal that's running during Pro Week. Tons of great titles are included in the sale, giving you an affordable way to check out big releases like Elden Ring or Like a Dragon Ishin. You'll also find plenty of older games, including Deathloop or the ultra-popular Final Fantasy VII Remake. These are all the games they have that are being included with the buy one, get one free sale. I'll link it. There are other deals they have going on that are not part of the buy one, get one free. Stellar Shift Xbox controller, $50 off. Series S is $40 off. 25% off deals on select accessories, things like that, okay? But you got to be a Pro member. There you go, guys. Here you go. This is Mithril's jam right here. Apple announces game mode in macOS Sonoma for better Mac gaming performance. Apple at WWDC today announced game mode, a new gaming feature for Macs that's exclusive to macOS Sonoma. Oh, check this out. Dude, they're actually promoting this off with like PlayStation products too. Check that noise. With game mode enabled in macOS 14, the Mac prioritizes CPU and GPU power for the running title. thereby improving gaming hardware performance across the board. For example, game mode makes gaming on Mac even more immersive by dramatically lowering audio latency with AirPods. Oh, those are not the PlayStation ones. My bad. I didn't pay close enough attention. Apple says it also doubled the Bluetooth sampling rate for paired Xbox and PlayStation controllers, while a new game porting toolkit for developers makes it easier to port games from other platforms. Game mode works with any game, including all the recent and upcoming Mac games, according to Apple. The developer beta of macOS Sonoma is available through the Apple Developer Program at developer.apple.com. There's a link in here. I'll get this to you guys starting today. And a public beta will be available through the Apple Beta Software Program next month at beta.apple.com. The release will be available as a free software update this fall. All right. We also just read this morning, like we've seen recently, there are more games popping off on the Mac OS now. What were some of the latest ones? No Man's Sky was one. What was the other one? I don't believe you. every time, I just want to use that GIF from Anchorman. Yeah. I don't believe you. I'm just playing, Mithril. I do. I believe you. I just want to use that GIF in like real life all the time. But we just saw Death Stranding is coming to Mac as well. It's about to hit Mac. If you guys didn't know. Yeah, that's what I'm not familiar with. I mean, I think Mithril has a lot more knowledge about like the Apple product side of things and could fill us in. I don't. Dude, my experience with Apple is really, really limited to like, that was my first smartphone. And then I've dealt with iPads and iPhones in a workplace environment on the IT side of things. And that's really it, you know? That's really it. So Mithril's really the one that would need to fill me in more about like how all this is evolving for Apple. I mean, I read stuff in the news occasionally, but I don't have a full understanding or grip about how this is all coming to fruition and how it's actually doing. Because I mean, they're also not running like. I mean, I'm under the impression they're running, most of their systems are running on more of an APU kind of system, right? Is that correct, Mithril? They're running more on like an APU designed chip, not like a dedicated GPU, right? Because it's not like they're throwing NVIDIA cards in here, right? Yeah, me either, Peter. That's what I mean. Mithril has a lot more knowledge on that side of things than I do. They have their own GPU. So they have their own dedicated GPU. It's not an APU situation. It's not. They've used NVIDIA and AMD before internally, but it's not been like a big consumer based production for those things, right? You can connect an external GPU box. Yeah. Okay. Right. I don't remember them ever doing like AMD and NVIDIA dedicated graphics cards to a great extent. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks, man. Yeah. I mean, I've been paying attention for a while now. I've been seeing that Mac and Apple they've been trying to get. I mean, what they got RE3, RE2 or 3 playing on their stuff not too long ago, and they've really been trying to ramp up in the gaming space for the PC side of things. And look, man, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, whether or not you're a fan of Apple or not, more people having access to video games, in my opinion, is good. There are a lot of people that like Apple products. I'm not necessarily one of them. And to each their own. I respect it, whatever. But the more people we can get having access for whatever device they own and already have and stuff to have access to the world that we love, I mean, I think that's a win, So, yeah, I mean, it depends on the way you look at it, kind of, Peter. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that that's going to be just hardware in general, right, Mithril? I mean, certain games like certain hardware more. So it's like one game is going to perform a little bit better on an Intel chip than it does an AMD chip, and then one game's going to perform a little bit better on an NVIDIA card than it will an AMD card, right? And then so it just kind of makes sense that maybe there are going to be some games out there that run a little bit better on maybe some of Apple stuff than it does like a Windows operating system or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's just hardware in general. There's certain ways that things get developed that they tend to prefer different hardware, right? I mean, dude, it's been like that forever. But it is. Look, I mean, I think it's good that. And again, I haven't been a big. And I don't have a lot of experience either. So, I mean, I'll throw that caveat out there. I don't have a ton of experience, especially like current experience with Apple products. I've traditionally felt like they've been way overpriced, and that's one of my things. I feel like they've been way overpriced, and it's one of the other things. For a long time, and Mithril is saying that it's not necessarily like that anymore, but for a long time, it was like Apple was only compatible with Apple stuff, and that was a turn off for me too. So that's one of the reasons that I strayed away from Apple for a long time. It just didn't appeal to me because of those kinds of reasons, Right. So, but to each their own. And again, I mean, look, in this world that we all love, there's a reason why we're all here and hanging out all the time together and stuff. It's because of video games, right? And if Mac can get to a point, if Apple can get to a point where they're incorporating the ability for people that enjoy their hardware to be able to play games and immerse themselves in the world that we all love, then, dude, that's a win for gamers, right? That's a win for gamers. So I don't know. Are they? They used to be terrible, dude. They used to be terribly locked out of doing like hardly anything. It was all Apple. They only wanted you using Apple products with Apple products, dude. And it was really gross. I hated it. I hated it. But that's good to know, dude. Thanks. Yeah. Here, if you guys need more out of it, I'll link it. This is why, like, look, I mean, because I'm pretty well versed in a lot of different areas of like tech and stuff, but I don't know everything, you know what I mean? And that's why I love having so many other people around. It's like, yes, dude, I've forgotten so many shortcuts. Dude, I needed to see the desktop yesterday and Ferret came to the rescue because I've forgotten so many shortcuts, and it's just, I love having so many of us around to, we all got our areas of expertise and just whatever, it doesn't even have to be tech or anything. And for the things that we talk about, I'm not going to see all points of view, and somebody else is going to see a point of view that I might not have thought of. And it allows us to flesh these ideas out. And we all have our different kinds of experience and areas of expertise and stuff, dude. And that's what I love about everybody that hangs out here, dude. It's a really, really cool thing. Yeah, Barrett. Yeah, dude, you saved the day. Dude, I used to know an amount of them. You know what I mean? I used to be pretty good with them. I wasn't like, super proficient or anything, but I was pretty decent with them. Bro, I've forgotten so many of them. I got to where I didn't use them anymore hardly or anything. Yeah. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? You know what I mean? All right, dude. Oh, Peter, remember the iPhones were made of cheapest glass in the beginning? Look at it wrong, screen breaks. Dude, there are a lot of phones in the beginning that didn't have great glass, though, you know? But the iPhones were the most prominent smartphone, dude. So that's probably why everybody remembers those as being like, because everybody had iPhones in the beginning. I mean, it was the most prominent smartphone out there. You know, it wasn't. They're the ones that really set the bar for what smartphones were. Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget it. Everybody had a flip. That was my first smartphone, dude. Yeah, that was mine too. I think was an iPhone 4, Peter. Yeah, you know, so it was early tech for all that stuff, and it wasn't until what was it, like the Gorilla Glass stuff, where it was like they finally started incorporating like the harder glass that didn't break as easily and stuff, I think that's what they were calling it, right? Is that still what they call it? I don't even know, dude. Oh yeah, the Force came out, dude. It was mind blowing, bro. It was mind blowing. Yeah. Oh, Windows Phone? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that was like that was my first smartphone, and I was, being always being a tech guy and everything. That was really my first. I mean, outside of like really really early like Apple PC stuff, you know what I mean? That was like that was it'd been a long time since I touched anything Apple until that point, and then I got that phone, and it was cool because it was my first smartphone, right? It was dope because it was my first smartphone. All I had since then, dude, were like old flip phones and stuff, and then that was my first smartphone. So it was sick, dude. And but I could tell that like it wasn't there were things about it that definitely didn't appeal to me. And that was some of it, like what you're talking about, Ferret, And it was very locked in. I wasn't able to do my kind of tech stuff that I wanted to do with that phone. It was it was like a nightmare quite often trying to do anything with it, like run iTunes on a flipping Windows machine or anything like that, dude, to get your music synced up or whatever. It was a flipping nightmare, dude. I hated it. And that's when whenever I was ready to change over phones, that's when the Samsung started coming out and stuff. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try a flipping Android. And I've never, ever even thought twice about going back to an Apple phone, dude, ever. Oh, yeah, no, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. File transfers. Yeah. Send pictures. Yeah. Yeah, I've stuck with Samsung ever since. I love Samsung phones, dude. I think they're amazing. The quality has been great for a long time, and it still continues to be very good. And so I've stuck with Samsung for a long time. I love Samsung. Yep, I love them, dude. I love Samsung phones, dude. They're fantastic. All right, let's get into this. Diablo 4 has 2 expansions cooking already. I'm gonna talk about something here, okay? Live service allows. I'm gonna read this and let's discuss this a second. Live service allows for more content in seasons compared to Diablo 3. Um, Diablo 4 is about to break into the wild following a brief early access period, and early reviews are pretty great. Yeah, with multiple perfect scores, which I will always disagree with. I've never played a game that was perfect, ever. And I know there are issues with this game. It's very good. I know this game's very good, but it's not perfect. So I don't understand how anybody can be giving this game a perfect score. I've never played a perfect game, and it just turns me off so bad that people do that. An omnipresent aspect of Diablo 4's identity is the live service part, with Blizzard able to do things like hotfix a bug that made multiple elite enemies spawn on some poor souls, arguably worth it for the name, Darsalpocalypse, and focusing on delivering a stream of substantial content for players. Diablo general manager Rod Ferguson gave a wide-range interview to Kinda Funny about the game's early reception. While discussing the live service element, casually mentioned the team is now working on not one but 2 expansions for the game. Ferguson said that the working process for Diablo 4 had to take into account the fact the game's development is intended to be a marathon rather than a sprint. Blizzard didn't want a situation where the game launched and the team who made it was burnt out. Quote, so you have to build your team and your structure around a way you can do that sustainably because you're kind of always shipping in a way, said Ferguson. As I sit here, we're about to launch the main game. We're finishing up Season 1. We're working on Season 2. We're working on Expansion 1. We're kicking off Expansion 2. We're working on that now, and we haven't even launched the game. So 2 expansions in the works already, and based on the general vibe of how Ferguson talks in this interview, expect them sooner rather than later. He says one of the things they look back on with Diablo 3 is that perhaps Blizzard didn't deliver enough substantial extra content over its lifetime, which is another opportunity to shout out his favorite thing. Live service allows for more content in seasons compared to D3, says Ferguson. Deeper, richer, and more content. Ferguson's other paeans to live service include talking about a hotfix to Necromancer skeletons, which, to be fair, is a good example because Blizzard nerfed the skeletons then, and a couple hours later realized it had gone too far and slightly buffed them. Other tidbits are the game's seasons will operate on a quarterly cadence with an eye on giving casual players enough time to play through the content and earn rewards, and the emphasis on all microtransactions being purely cosmetic. So this is where I want to start talking about this, though. The Battle Pass premium track is all cosmetics. Ferguson said, the mantra is no one can pay for power in the game, which is great because, we've already paid for the game. I love that this is the quote coming from Blizzard right now after they just dropped Diablo Immortal, And it's like, yeah, you didn't have to pay to play Diablo Immortal, but good Lord, if you wanted to progress in that game, you were going to pay for it. Finally, Ferguson mentions he's a Necromancer main himself, and when given the chance to say which class he would like to see in the future, steadfastly refuses to say Paladin word. To add insult to injury, he also says that a Cal level wouldn't fit in Diablo 4 because it's silly stuff. No Cal level, worst Diablo ever. Look, let me bring something up there. Let's talk about this. This is what I wanted to address from the beginning of the title of this article here. They didn't say specifically yet whether these expansions are going to cost, right? But I'm willing to bet you they will. And now here's the deal. People are paying full price right now for Diablo 4. And there are going to be a lot of people that disagree with my sentiment here. But because, well, it's a live service game and they need to continue making money and da-da-da-da-da. Okay. But that's why they said they were going to have a cosmetic shop and a battle pass and stuff like that in the game, right? So, because obviously it's a live service game. They want to continue to be able to generate revenue, to continue making content for the game and stuff like that. But it sounds like they're not incorporating this new content as just updates. It sounds like they're making expansions, which we know that when Blizzard makes expansions, they make people pay for it. So you're paying AAA money for the base game. They've got microtransactions in the game. They've got Battle Pass in the game. Immortal should have enough cash flow. Oh, dude, I agree, Peter. Yeah. Immortal should have brought in plenty of enough cash flow to just go ahead and support this game for years on end. But we'll just stick here with what Diablo 4 specifically, okay? I don't disagree with you, buddy. Yeah, at all. But you've got base game, AAA price, battle pass, microtransaction shop, and now what? 2 expansions already in the work that they're probably going to be just as much as the base game was? Because it's Blizzard, right? And this is the stuff I'm talking about, man. That's going to feel gross to me. I'm sorry. It's going to feel really, really disgusting. People want to go, well, yeah, but they have to make their money to continue making content for the game. I'm sorry, dude. You go take a look at a game like Path of Exile that has always been free to play. They have never, ever made people pay for additional content. They've had microtransaction shop for cosmetics, never any pay to win, and they've had a few quality of life things in it, like extra stash tabs and stuff. That's it. And they've done very, very well. Right? Yeah, Blizzard. Always looking for more ways, right? So the people that are going to try to argue with me about they need more money because it's a live service game, they need more ways to make more money, they need to be selling the expansion for as much as they're going to be selling the expansions for, I disagree. When you can go take a look at a game like what Grinding Gear Games did with Path of Exile, that has always been free to play and has only ever done revenue off of their cosmetics. They never sold that game for anything base. They never made people pay for any kind of additional content, and they've done very, very, very well. To think that Diablo 4 wouldn't be able to do the same thing and be able to do very, very, very well, or even sell the game at the price they have, still have the microtransaction shops, because I was like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Sell it for your AAA price. If you want to try to, argue for the fact that you need microtransaction shops to support it for the longevity of the game, okay, I'll buy it. But then you're going to make people pay for the additional content too? That's too much for me, dude. That's too much for me. When there are so many other games from developers that have never been nearly as big as Blizzard, that haven't needed that kind of monetization to continue to produce great content and not make people pay for it. I don't buy it, dude. And people there, look, there are these individuals that have forever hard-ons for Blizzard, that feel like Blizzard can do no wrong. Because, dude, I deal with it all the time. I see it all the time. I get comments all the time about people that feel like Blizzard can do no wrong. Bro, this is the Blizzard that we have nowadays. And I talk about it a lot. I don't play their games anymore because I get disgusted by it. I'm disgusted by Blizzard. From somebody who fell in love with them as a youngster playing games, to somebody that nowadays, over the years, over about the past decade, has just become so disgusted by Blizzard, I don't play their games anymore. I was hopeful that like Diablo 4 would be something that was turning over into showing that Blizzard might be getting back to something decent again. But I fail to believe that they're going to be releasing, because they're talking expansions. Expansion is a word that tends to bring with it the idea of, it is not, they're not saying, we're working on additional content. They're not saying we're working on additional content for the game coming up. That's not what they're saying. They're saying specifically expansions. Meaning, to me, and everything I know about Blizzard and what they've done with all their other games, when you say expansion and you say it as Blizzard, you're saying we're going to make people pay for this. It's just nonstop from them, dude. It's never enough. And if that's the case, dude, I'll probably never play this game. Unfortunately. After Diablo 2 being my second favorite game of all time, Diablo 1 being my third favorite, and Diablo 3 was trash on release. I never played it again after release because it was terrible. But then I probably won't even ever play this game again. Or I probably won't even ever play D4, because I'll just be like, it wasn't needed. They didn't need to do that. There's good ways about going and doing business. And I was willing to accept, like, if the microtransaction thing for generating revenue, they were going to make enough money off that, let's be honest. But they just want to suck as much as they can out of people, dude. And to me, it's just too gross. On to the... No, it won't be cheap. It won't be cheap. No, it will not. No, it will not. Nope. No way. No way. And that's what I mean. That's what I just fail to believe that it's going to be just additional content because the way they're already referencing these as expansions. Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. If they're already the game hasn't even released yet, and they're already well into development of these expansions, dude, you know a lot of that content was already ready for the base game release too, right? More than likely. More than likely. But they have this whole business plan behind it about more, right? It's not just about it's not like they weren't going to make just an absolute flipping stupid amount of money off of this just off of the initial sales and microtransactions and stuff anyways, you know. Blizzard's just gotten so flipping gross, dude. D4 servers finally start to buckle under launch strain. Blizzard's working on it. I think this was kind of inevitable. This is basically Blizzard's MO too. They deal with this all the time. Any kind of launch they have. Am I going to pick up D4? Is that it? Are you trolling? Or is that a legit question? Is that a legit question, or are you trolling me right now? Bro, I'll gift it out too. If somebody gifts it to me, I'll try to give it back. I'll just gift it out. I'll gift it back out. I can't tell if Peter's trolling me right now. Players are getting stuck in a long queue that says game start pending. Now we're getting a new error. What is that? 300,008. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I think you could probably just give somebody a key to the game. You know what I mean? I've got a Blizzard account. I've got a Battle.net account. You could probably just gift somebody the key. Just send it to them or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm guessing on PC. You know what I mean? Because isn't that the way it works on PC? You buy the game, you get a key or whatever. Pretty sure. You just get a key that you can put in on Battle.net. At least that's the way they used to do things a lot. But I don't know anymore either. You might have to just buy it on their account or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Peter. So here's the deal, dude. I've actually I loved old Blizzard. I loved old Blizzard, dude. I played all their old games, dude. StarCraft, Warcraft, the Diablo games, dude. I loved Blizzard, but I started noticing like around, and a lot of people around here know this, around the Diablo 3 time, dude, I stood in line at midnight for a collector's edition of Diablo 3. I grabbed that game, I went home and installed it and played the crap out of it, and once I finished the game, I uninstalled it and I never played it again because I was pretty underwhelmed by Diablo 3. And what I was expecting to come out of Blizzard for Diablo 3 after Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, I was pretty underwhelmed. And I know that a lot of people ended up liking Diablo 3 for what Blizzard turned it into eventually. For me on release, it was just too underwhelming. And I was like, this is not the same company that I once loved, you know? Probably true. You're probably not wrong. Yo, what's up, True? What's up? So that was the start of my decline in love for Blizzard. And then, you know, from there, it was like into finding out all the terrible stuff about Blizzard internally, the way they're treating their employees, the like toxic culture within that company, and then into things like the last straw for me really, dude, was Diablo Immortal. Yeah, it probably is something like that. So Diablo Immortal was the last straw for me, dude. Diablo Immortal with its incredibly scummy, like pay to win, pay to progress. It just was so gross, dude. that I was like, I can't support that company anymore, ever. Like, until I see something better in the future, like a trend of better from that company in the future, I just decided to boycott them, dude. But don't you guys have phones? Right. Yeah. So that's become like, yeah, I mean, obviously that's been a meme for a long time now since Diablo Immortal got announced, but Ferret and I joke about that all the time. So personally, it's a personal thing for me because I mean, it hurts too, man. I mean, it hurts. I want to play D4, but I just don't want to support that company anymore, man. And it's just not the company that I fell in love with. And to me, they're just as bad as like EA anymore. They're just as bad as EA. Some of those other really terrible big devs. And unless I see something better from them, a trend of them doing better moving forward, I don't plan on supporting them. And it doesn't matter if it's a monetary fashion or actually just contributing to their games as a number in their player base for like free games or anything. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to have anything to do with Blizzard at all. They're not the company I fell in love with, dude. I understand companies need to make money and stuff, but I feel like there are good ways about going and making money and being a good business. And then there's these companies like EA and Blizzard that just suck everything they can out of gamers, man. And it's just gross to me, you know? And they're definitely not that company I fell in love with. They never will be, and I understand that. But I'd like to see them turn into something decent again, you know? And until I see that, I just can't support it anymore, dude. EA just closed an Aussie studio, really? Probably because all the Australians were like, "You call that a knife?" This is a knife, EA. All the Australians aren't going to have it, dude. Australians are gnarly, dude. They're like, they probably took a whole bangload of like huntsman spiders up there or something, and we're like, get out of here. Oh yeah, they would definitely try to. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So that's basically what it comes down to, Peter. I've just after Diablo Immortal fiasco, I just decided to boycott personally. Personally, dude, it's just something that I don't feel comfortable supporting that company anymore in any form or fashion, dude. And so I just don't play their games anymore, man. That's it. Oh, really? Yeah, Mithril, dude. EA's the worst, bro. They're terrible. Yeah. Yeah, Peter. Well, I mean, look, I've talked about that, like the whole microtransaction thing. Look, there's different ways to look at it, you know? There's different ways to look at it. And I think the free to play gaming sphere, you know, all those games that try to run off that free to play mechanic, they need a way to generate revenue. So I'm more apt to be okay with games incorporating microtransaction shops and battle passes and stuff if they're playing off of a free to play mechanic. You're not making people pay up front to get into that game. You know, you got to generate revenue somehow. And so I understand that. I'm still not ever a fan of pay to win. Giving people a way to have an advantage in paying for it is disgusting to me. But, you know, free to play games, I understand that. And there are a lot of examples of free to play games that have done very, very, very well just off of, you know, microtransaction shops and everything. Fortnite, you know, Path of Exile. There's a lot of them, dude. Um, Lost Ark, you know, there's a ton. But then you get these other games, these companies that go, well, other companies are doing microtransaction shops and battle passes and stuff, so we can too. But what they do is they go full price for the game when release, then all this microtransaction stuff inside too, and they want to make people pay for DLC, and they want to make people pay for expansions, and it's like never ever enough, you know, and it's really really gross, dude. So there are like good ways to go about, like acceptable ways to go about doing this kind of thing in this business, this industry, and then there are unacceptable ways, in my opinion. Yeah. Kayla, what's up? What's going on, Kayla? Yeah, Ferret, I agree. Well, that's what happened to me with World of Warcraft. So I used to be Blizzard again, dude. I played World of Warcraft back in the day. You know, I played vanilla and then I played through the first 2 expansions, but I got real busy with life, dude. Career got real busy and started my family and everything, and I was paying for a game that I didn't feel like I was getting the amount of time out of what I was paying for it. So I just quit playing. I quit paying for it and quit playing it. You know, just didn't make sense anymore. Yeah, fair. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just working. Oh, I'm good, Kayla. Thanks. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing? So let's see here with the server issues at 11:30 p.m. Pacific last night. Blizzard said on Twitter the previous login issues had been resolved, but when this author tried to play Diablo 4, they got a timeout error. Update when they learn more. Original story. For a minute there, they thought Blizzard was going to do the impossible and launch an online game without any significant server problems. Should have known better. Today's the full release, right? So it's like we knew that they were going to get slammed. Blizzard always has server issues, dude. So that's about the gist of it. I don't know. I'll link it for you guys, but I don't know if they're still having issues or not. We could check. Down detector. Diablo 4. It looks like it's sorted. Yeah, they had a couple of different issues. You can see it. Check it out. Check that out. So it was like from about 9:30 till almost 11, and then again from about 1 o'clock in the morning till about 3, a little after 3 in the morning. Pretty significant issues there. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Again, today's the initial launch, and there'll probably be some more issues. I mean, I would expect anyways, you know. I would expect. We'll see. We'll see. RoboCop Rogue City gameplay releases online and it looks great. Let's see this, dude. The 10-minute video delves deep into the game and its content, but if you want to hear the impressions yourself, you can check out the gameplay below. Yo, let's see RoboCop. Oh my god, dude, let's go.
Stomp the streets of Detroit, RoboCop returns to the front lines.
Your move, creep.
Teon,
I just rewatched the RoboCop remake video game recently.
Is primed for its most ambitious 80s action movie revival yet. Set between the events of RoboCop 2 and 3, with Peter Weller reprising his iconic role, RoboCop Rogue City takes us back to old Detroit
nice, Kayla.
once again
Nice.
to clean up the streets.
Awesome.
Promising familiar faces, a huge helping of explosive violence, and the franchise's glorious...
Always wanted that RoboCop game when you were younger. Yo, me too. Yeah, I got to play it a little bit. I had a cousin that had it. Yeah.
What? That would suck.
Trying to
Rogue City is a
100%.
bloody
Nice.
first-person shooter
Nice.
that takes us on an authentic trip to Alex
Yeah, it
Murphy's
usually takes
old
some time to
haunts chase a
100%
new
most
threat.
games.
Rogue City opens with a now familiar satirical news segment, which is interrupted by a gang of punky thugs dubbed the Torchheads. This band of criminals is heavily tied to Nuke, the highly addictive narcotic from RoboCop 2, and they proceed to take the Channel 9 news team hostage. Enter Detroit's shiny RoboCop and his partner, Agent Ann Lewis.
Oh, I didn't even know
who
they
come
had
to quell the
RoboCop
disturbance
TV,
and
dude.
hunt down the gang's leader. This being RoboCop, restoring peace
Yeah,
is done
the
with
remake
little
was
subtlety.
decent, dude. The
Armed with
remake
his
was
legendary
decent.
Auto 9,
I thought it was
RoboCop
pretty good.
trudges
I thought it was
methodically
pretty
through the building,
entertaining.
popping enemy
It's not like
with each well-aimed shot. Despite his
I haven't
slow
seen the
turnpike
original in so
movement,
long, I
you
don't
are
know if
playing
I'd be able to
FPS with
compare
a
'em, really.
protagonist as slow
I haven't seen
and
the original,
deliberate
dude,
as
since I was
RoboCop,
young.
and it took some time to adjust.
But,
He feels
the
practically
remake was pretty
indestructible.
decent, dude.
He's so
I
heavily
thought
armored,
anyways.
He doesn't need to hide behind cover. He just soaks up bullets like a sponge. And if he runs low on ammo, no problem. Just
Dude, that
walk up to
punch
the
is
nearest
sick.
criminal and punch a hole in his face.
Oh my god.
As such, Rogue City immediately makes you feel like a boss-level threat, and none of its early enemies really stood a
What?
chance against me on
Insane.
normal difficulty. RoboCop can neutralize a room full of enemies within seconds, and thanks to his scanning abilities, you can sweep and clear the surroundings with ease. While this combat loop was satisfying for a couple of hours, I do question the longevity of it all. RoboCop will only get more powerful as the game progresses, and in the brief time I had with the demo, I didn't face a single enemy that posed a real threat. So where does the challenge come from? Hopefully that'll become
All I'm
apparent
seeing is
when
like
we
a bunch
spend
of the
more
same
time with
stuff,
Rogue
though.
City.
You know what I mean?
After a fiery first meeting with the Torch,
Like, if this is all it is, that's gonna get real boring real fast, dude.
RoboCop's other duties. Alongside fights
want
to
a
the
nap?
death with the main gang, you take on investigative objectives to
Yeah,
poke
story of
around
my
for
life.
clues
Dude,
at
I took a
crime
big old
scenes and
nap
make
yesterday.
arrests. RoboCop has no reservations about taking
I,
out hostile foes in one fell swoop.
like I
But
said,
some of
I ate a
Rogue City's side
huge
quests have been
salad with a
restored
bunch
order
of,
by more peaceful
like,
means. In one
cut up
case,
fried
I could
chicken
choose a
all over the top
non-threatening
of it,
dialogue
and
option
blue
to convince
cheese.
a suspect to part with valuable
And
information
I
about
ate
their
a
whereabouts
big
of a drug
sandwich
dealer,
too, and I
rather
was
than
done,
making him
dude.
cooperate.
I was
So
done.
violence isn't the only route you can
I
take
laid
when
down in
chasing
the living room
leads.
floor
In
and put
another
my
side
head
quest,
on one of my
main
son's
contribution was
stuffed
simply
animals.
carrying a
Bro, I was
drug
out
out
for
to
like
sell
2
as a
hours.
favor to another police officer. Furthermore,
I was
public trust is
done.
earned by interacting with Detroit's
I
inhabitants,
was out,
and
bro.
there's
I
a
was
skill
so
tree
fat.
option that allows you to open up
Yeah, it
new
looks pretty
dialogue choices
repetitive,
to
am I
aid in
right? Yeah.
investigations. Detroit itself feels like a city
That's
in
concerning
distress.
for
The
me, you
disheveled
know?
buildings and grimy streets are ripped straight from the movies, and the delinquents that lurk on street corners are
it's
more
so
than just
good,
set
dude.
dressing. Listen closely enough, and you'll pick up splinters of conversations
was it,
that,
Kayla?
when you
Yeah,
piece them
nice,
together,
nice.
may provide clues about where to lead the investigation next or open up new side objectives. Rogue City is built in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, I had a
and
banger of a
despite
sandwich
few
too, man.
frame
My
drops
sandwich
and
was like
glitches in the preview
this
build
really
I
good
played,
pumpernickel
its gloomy
bread
alleyways and neon
with
search
mayo
fronts
and
look
some
slick
like
and detailed.
rotisserie
RoboCop himself
chicken
looks
cold
fantastic
cuts
too. Tails has
and
taken great care to
mild
recreate
cheddar
every
cheese.
grill and compartment on his
Dude,
suit,
it was-
and the
it
city
was,
lights gleam on his armor when
killer
you stop
sandwich.
to talk to other characters. Even if there are
And,
moments where the
the
lighting
salad,
doesn't quite
I
hit right.
made an
Noticeable
entire
camera shake
another
and the heavy
plate,
thud
dude,
of
that was
RoboCop's
just
footsteps
salad
made you
with,
feel
like,
a hefty
fried
tank
chicken
when
all
stomping
over
through the streets.
Bro, it was so. Oh, and I put pumpkin seeds all over the salad too. Pumpkin seeds as well. I'm a huge pumpkin seed fan, dude. I love pumpkin seeds.
things up.
Or pepitas. They didn't
Fans
have the
will
shell, so
immediately
pepitas.
recognize other
But-
returning characters like Anne Lewis. But the
Dude,
majority of
I
character
could
models
barely,
aren't anywhere
I
near
got
as
it all
realistic as
finished. My
RoboCop's. The Torch heads have a
parents are in
selection
town
of
visiting. My
different
mom was
hairstyles
like,
and
"You're
outfits
really
to
gonna eat all
differentiate them, but you won't be paying much attention to their
I was
attire
like,
when you're
yeah.
caught in a firefight anyway. This Rogue City is a
Not an
grubby
open
and
world. It didn't really
authentic step into
look
Paul
like it was going
Verhoeven's
to be. It looked
dystopian
more like
Detroit,
kind of
and it
linear.
springs to life on your
unfortunately, but-
patrols. Between quests,
That's-
you
that
can use robo
doesn't
vision to
necessarily
scan for
mean
nearby
bad.
misdemeanors like
You know,
traffic
like the
violations
BioShock
and
games, you know,
disorderly
a lot of
conduct
games
to
used to
ensure
be
you clean up
linear that
every
were
nook and
bangers,
cranny
dude.
of the city as you go.
You know what?
Yeah, dude, and my salad, that salad was so. So my parents actually brought me some fried
Although
chicken. I said
RoboCop
this
is
earlier,
still
but
bound
my
by
parents
his
brought me
prime
some fried chicken
directives,
from back
I
home
enjoyed
from
the
this
few
restaurant
occasions
that I
I was able to
love,
work
dude.
around them
They
to
brought me a
suit the
big
kind of
bag
RoboCop I
of like,
wanted to
well,
be.
it's
One
fried
side
chicken
quest had me
chunks, so
handling
that's
complaints at the police
boneless.
station. I
But
had the chance to decide whether to side with the
fried
individual
chicken
or
chunks,
issue
dude. They brought me a
ticket.
whole
In
bag of
situations
it,
where things
dude.
can turn violent, players will
Big
sometimes
bag.
have
They
the
put it
option
in a
to take
cooler and
pacifist
brought it
approach.
to
There's
me,
certainly
man.
room for empathy in your
So they're
interactions
here
with the
visiting,
people
and
in
they brought me
Detroit,
because
and
they
keeping
knew
them
they know
happy
that
will
I
increase
love
your
that
public
fried
trust
chicken,
score.
man. So they
Nonetheless,
brought me a
in
big bag of it, and I
investigations
chopped
I've
up a
conducted
ton
so
of
far,
it
I was still met with
yesterday,
plenty of
dude. I
opportunities
probably
to
had just
exercise
as much
RoboCop's
fried
silly
chicken on
humor.
that plate
And
as I did
sometimes that
actually
means being a
green
little
leaves, dude.
heavy-handed. For example, during one quest, I had the chance to utter a stiff one-liner before smashing up someone's radio because it was too loud. Was this
Oh man, it
unnecessary?
was so good.
Definitely. But
Yeah.
justice was served.
It was so good. I mean, the game looks good, though, does it not? The game looks pretty good.
RoboCop starts with a few base abilities, including night vision, a shockwave that mimics a flashbang, and the option to temporarily slow down time to clear a room quicker. Aiming down sights scans the surroundings to highlight nearby enemies to make them easier to spot. And he can also move faster, shifting from a slow, deliberate
But I mean,
stomp
it does.
to
It
a
looks
heavy
very.
brisk
It looks
walk.
very.
Additionally,
Well,
these
they're
abilities can be
showing
upgraded to
some of the
improve their
same stuff
effectiveness
again
and in
too.
some
But
cases, turn them lethal. For example, continuing to invest points in the combat branch of the skill tree eventually essentially buffs Robo's shockwave to instantly kill enemies, whereas sticking with armor upgrades his suit so it deflects bullets to damage enemies. Robocop's potent primary weapon, the Auto 9, has its own tab of upgrades that are unlocked throughout the game's 20 to 30 hour
Visually, it
campaign.
looks pretty
But I don't
solid,
get to
but
see
it just
any of
it
these
does. It
enhancements
seems
in action.
kind of
Players can
repetitive
also pick
in
up
what you're able
firearms
to
dropped
take
by the
care of
city's
and do.
lawbreakers and use them for a limited time. However, I typically stuck with the Auto 9 due to its reliability and unlimited ammo. There are also exploding barrels.
Oh, nice, dude. There we go. I was wondering if you'd be able to
and
grab
water
stuff like
fling
that.
around
Okay.
Rogue City's destructible environments, all of which work well as makeshift grenades. I only encountered human enemies during the demo.
That was
a couple
pretty
of whom wore
sick.
helmets for extra protection, and some that carried exploding barrels. But more recognizable enemies include an ED-209 who featured in
Oh,
the
there we
trailer,
go, dude.
won't appear until later in the game. There's no escaping Robocop's trigger-happy approach, and nor would
Yeah,
you
they didn't want
want
to show
but
too much
ultimately,
of that.
he's still a
This is
police
what I'm
officer
afraid
who's
of.
stated
I
to
mean,
uphold the law. As such,
linear's
there are
not.
several
I'm not
skills that build
against
on
linear
Robo's eagle
games,
eye
you know.
and lightning speed processing powers.
Unlimited
which come
ammo,
in
say
handy when you're
what?
searching for
Yeah.
clues. Some objects and indeed people can be scanned to get more information during an investigation. There are also instances where you need to pause
I'm
and
not
collect a specific
super
number of
big,
clues to
like
analyze crime scenes.
I don't
This
have
is
to have
where
an
Robo's
open world.
deduction
I don't
and
have to have an
engineering
open world.
skills shine.
The linear's
Deduction provides
fine.
enhanced
I've played
scanning
plenty of
abilities,
banger
which help
games
you
that had
detect
linear
more useful
stuff.
information, such as
It just
safe
needs to be done
combinations.
right.
Then, if you've leveled up your engineering skills enough, you can crack open the safes themselves. Arguably, the most interesting side of Robocop is his psychology branch, which leans
Same
into
thing
the
as
game's
open world.
choice
If
system.
you're gonna do an open
Investing
world game, it
enough
just
in
needs
the
to be
skills
done
doubles
right,
your public
yeah?
trust points and later
Either
lets you
one can be
predict the
done poorly.
consequences of certain dialogue choices. According to the developer, the decisions you make throughout the game will impact Rogue City's ending, although we're not sure to what extent just yet. Rogue City's game director says that some choices will determine
It does
which
seem like a
side
game like
characters
this would have
live
been
or
really,
die,
really
but we'll
cool
have
for
to
an
wait to
open
see
world
how much of an
environment, though,
impact
right?
this has on the story. Your choices also have consequences that may surface sooner than that. These can be almost immediate, such as coaxing out information that provides a lead in a case, to more subtle ripples later on. For example, letting a kid off with a warning for graffitiing may lead to you getting a favorable mention scrawled on a city wall down the line, opposed to something hostile. One thing that Rogue City doesn't shy away from is Robocop's flashbacks to his life as Alex Murphy. This surfaces almost immediately as an ongoing malfunction, and it's something OCP is eager to fix. This side of Robocop is clumsily handled in the movies and never truly reaches a satisfying resolution by the end of the second film, but the game's developer assured me that this will be an important part of Rogue City's story. Combined with the dialogue options and decisions players can make, I'm keen to see how Taeon dives into the lingering human fragments in Robocop's memories, and whether they'll have a more meaningful impact on the story this time around. Overall, Rogue City has the makings of a faithful homecoming for Robocop fans. The demo immediately nails the franchise's exaggerated badass tone, and it's pumped to the gills with humor, violence, and all of the movie's callbacks you'd hope for. However, I'm curious to see how Taeon plans to maintain Robocop's momentum to keep combat feeling fresh and introduce more of a challenge as players unlock new abilities and upgrades. I've only played through Rogue City's opening missions and didn't have a chance to test the game on different difficulties, but I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get to see a wider variety of enemies, or face a real threat that forced me to use Robocop's full set of tools. While some of Robocop's abilities sound promising, it's difficult to predict how much of an impact they'll have on the game's combat loop without trying them against tougher enemies. After recently watching the movies, I
dude.
was excited to step into the shoes of a powerful
The last
action
one I
hero
actually
and tear
remember
through
was
Detroit.
like
Robocop certainly feels
regular
capable of doing
Nintendo.
so,
They might have
but I'm
done another one
concerned that
since
simply
then.
bulldozing
I'm not
through
really
enemies will
listening to
lose
this
its
very
appeal
well.
quickly. I'm
If
also
they
intrigued by
mentioned
the
it or
idea of seeing
anything,
more
but-
of Robocop's interactions with other police officers and the public, but as of now, it's too early to be sure how deep Rogue City's
That's the
choice
last one
system
I played,
really
anyways.
goes.
Was regular Nintendo.
For more on Robocop Rogue City, check out the latest trailer, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
It looks like it could be cool. I just hope it's not too repetitive. You know what I mean? So Rogue City is set between Robocop 2 and 3. Campaign will be roughly 20 to 30 hours long. Conduct investigations, find clues, make arrests. We saw a lot of that, right? According to the video, Robocop does feel rather slow due to his immense amount of armor. Seemingly allows you to easily defeat enemies without any issue. Upgrade system allows player to change certain attributes as you progress, with players being given the option to upgrade things, including armor and combat. Yep, I don't know. It looked fairly repetitive, which is kind of concerning, but who knows? We'll see. If you need it, it's there in chat. Sony collaborates with Fnatic for its in-zone gaming gear development. So Sony has signed a multiple-year global partnership agreement with Fnatic, which operates a professional esports team headquartered in London, including production co-creation of Sony's gaming gear brand. Sony's production development teams will exchange options on product concepts, performance, and technology with professional players from Fnatic. Initially, professional players from Fnatic will conduct rigorous product testing for in-zone products under development, and Sony will enhance them based on their professional opinions. Sony will create revolutionary gaming gear that will lead players to victory in highly competitive games by collaborating with Sony's expertise in high image quality and sound quality that have been cultivated over many years with the unrivaled experiences and performance of Fnatic's professional players. I love the way they like word this stuff, dude. I'll let you read the rest of it if you want. That's what you need to know. Sony is collaborating with Fnatic for some in-zone gaming gear development moving forward. All right. yeah, Peter. Yeah, dude. There you go. There you go. This is the last of what I got for the news, guys. If you have anything else, let me know real quick in chat, and we'll discuss it before I move on. But this is let's pull this up real quick. Make sure we did they have the Capcom stuff in here? Yeah, they got Capcom put in. I don't care about that. I think I have all the rest of these in. Yup. Yep, we've got all the rest of that. The only thing that had been added in here since we saw last was the Capcom stuff, which we found today and we added it into. So this is the play, okay? This is the play. As you can see, Guerrilla Collective pops off tomorrow. I'm not going to be live tomorrow, guys. So what we're going to do is on Thursday, right? Thursday, we are going to probably start the stream up at about a little bit after lunch, probably about 12:30 or so, something like that. And we will watch the VOD of Guerrilla Collective, the VOD of that showcase. And then, okay. Let me restart here. Thursday, I'm going to do the news in the morning. Then I'm going to shut the stream down for the rest of the morning, and I'll be back in the afternoon. So the afternoon will start off just after lunch. We will kick off with watching the VOD of Guerrilla Collective. And then the rest of the afternoon and evening, we'll just be watching showcases mainly. So Summer Games Fest starts at 2 o'clock. Day of the Devs at 4 o'clock. And then Devolver Digital at 5 o'clock. Okay? And we're just going to watch Thursday. That's what our day will be. News. Then we'll have a break. The stream will go down for a little bit. And then we're going to watch the this stuff, okay? So that's the play. That's the play. It's a bit of a wonky week. Only like 6-hour streams yesterday and today. I've just got family in town. Wednesdays are days off right now for me anyways, because I'm trying to take care of catching up on some content and stuff for the community and everything. So for the foreseeable future, Wednesdays are off for the time being. We'll probably be back 7 days a week a little bit later this year. But right now, Wednesdays are off, and that'll give me a little bit more time to spend with my family that's here visiting and everything too. And then Thursday, news, break, and then it'll just be showcases all afternoon and evening. So come hang out. We'll watch all that together, okay? You can always find this. This is a tab off of our normal schedule down at the below, !schedule, or you can find this in our Discord, our main Discord channel. It's pinned in there, okay? The Tavern. The Tavern. That's the Jam-a-lam, dude. That's the news for today, June 6th, man. You guys rock. I appreciate you. We're going to move on and do some gaming stuff. Cool. We're going to play V-Rising for the rest of the day here, which we'll go until about lunchtime today, and then I'll call it, again, a bit early today so I can spend some time with family that's here in town. But great news segment. I appreciate it, guys. As always, we'll move on and get into some V-Rising stuff. But if anybody is checking out this video gaming news segment, or we've got clips out there, we've got previous video gaming news segments, we've got clips from video gaming news segments, and we've got full gameplay playthroughs that are episodes. They're cut into episodes, and we've got clips from all that stuff too, funny things that have happened from our gameplay. All that stuff is on the Twitch channel in playlists, and we've got all that stuff on the YouTube channel as well. or most of that stuff on the YouTube channel. I'm still working on getting some of that stuff put up, but a lot of it's on the YouTube channel as well. So if you're enjoying any of the content, come hang out with us, man. We go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day, besides Wednesdays right now. And we always have a good time just enjoying the world of video games, staying current on what's going on, and playing cool games together and just having fun. We got an amazing community of people that are always part of what we do here, and we're always looking for more like-minded, cool individuals to come be a part of what we do, okay? So other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. We're going to go play some games, and we will catch everybody tomorrow. Nope, psych. We'll catch everybody on Thursday for our next edition of Video Gaming News, which will be on June 8th, all right? Thanks, Peter. It's big in part to all of you guys. All I can do is lay the foundation, man. You guys really are the ones that make it happen, man. So it's I love being here and doing this because of, you know, you guys. You know, you guys make it fun, dude. So I'm glad people like being here and being a part of it. But the reason I think people like being here and being a part of it's because we got so many cool people that are a part of what we do, man. You know what I mean? It's a cool spot, dude. I dig it. Here's the dealio. Yo, Gothic, what's up? What's up? So, I've got an issue with one of my apps right now. It's not running my plugins for the face filters, for the cam filters. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the stream down for a second. I'm going to reboot my apps and everything.
That one was on me.
Yeah, I'm going to reboot my apps and everything to try to get that stuff working. And then I'll just run the beginning montage again for us to start up V Rising, okay, while I take my restroom break and grab some coffee. So stream will go down for just a moment, okay? I want to get that stuff working for the cameras and everything, or for the face filter, the camera filters and stuff. I'll get that stuff working. But I need to take the stream down to get it popping off, I think. So give me just a couple of minutes. The stream will go live again, and I'll have the beginning montage up while I take my break, okay? So just wait a few minutes. You'll get the notification. We'll be live again, and then we'll be ready to do some gaming, okay? You guys rock. Thanks for the amazing news segment, as always, and we'll be live in just a moment. I just got to get a couple things fixed, okay? You guys rock. I'll be right back.